So we have a 2007 Toyota 4Runner with the 4.0 V6. Currently have a check engine light and two traction control lights on with 192,000 miles on the dash. I just had the codes pulled yesterday and it's coming back as a catalytic converter code. After I've done some research reading online, it seems like it's pretty common that the Upstream O2 sensor causes this. So what I'm going to do is try to clean them out real quick. And that's the O2 sensor on the upstream side of the passenger, since it's bank one. And what we're going to do is try to save ourselves 122 bucks, because that's the cost of a new Denso Upstream O2 sensor. And we're going to see if that will clear the codes. If not, it looks like we'll have to get a new catalytic converter, so stay tuned. Engine bay on the 4.0 V6. The O2 sensor that is causing this code, I believe, is this one right here. It's the Upstream O2 sensor on the passenger side, bank one. And I don't know if you can see that down there. Right there's the O2 sensor. I just sprayed some PB Blaster on there, so we're gonna let it soak for a minute and let the engine cool down, and then I'll put in the socket and try to remove it. Alright, so what I got here is the O2 socket set that I rented from AutoZone. It's like 30 bucks, comes with a couple different pieces. The 22 millimeter one is supposed to fit over the O2 sensor on this. I've got a flexible head 3/8 socket tool from Harbor Freight and a couple 3/8 extensions on there. Basically what I'm going to do is figure out the right angle that I can set this head at. Set the angle here and then put this socket tool on the end of it and then crank it loose. And then I'll have to just unclip the little plastic wire from its harness and then pull it out. Holy smokes, I finally got it out. Isn't it funny how things never work out the way you thought they were? Alright, so here it is. This thing is supposed to be shiny and it's all white and oxidized. So what I'm going to try to do is spray some of that carb cleaner I have on it and in and out these little holes here and see if that helps. So that flexible head that I thought I was going to use and go through this angle right here, no, I couldn't get a good one. What I ended up having to do was use a different socket from the kit, slid the wire in here, and then just a straight 3/8. I had to go in from the top up over this hose and use a cheater bar slid over the top of this to break it free. And once I cracked it, I basically could just get it by. Sorry, I got a phone call in the middle of that. So what I was saying is, once I broke it free at the cheater bar, I could pretty much get it by hand. So now I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up and hopefully this thing works. Also, while I was down there trying to find a good angle, I did break the other one, the downstream, out, and it looked pretty good. It didn't look anywhere near as wide as this one, and I went ahead and sprayed this stuff as well. So stay tuned. Alright, so it's 2 days later. Like I said in my last video, I was going to try to clean out the O2 sensor. So as you can see here, I have it sitting in a pickle jar full of gasoline. I'm just hoping to get some of that corrosion and oxidation off of it. If I had to guess, that was the original O2 sensor, so it wouldn't shock me if it's totally dead. What I am gonna do though is to hopefully save myself 100 bucks is plug it back in, screw it in its hole in the manifold, and crank up the car. I'm gonna detach the battery first, let it sit for about 10 minutes and hopefully clear any codes. And then I'll loop back and hopefully it works. If not, I did go ahead and order a new part from Amazon and it should be here this afternoon. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that going, and I'll fill you in once it happens. All right, as you can see, old O2 sensor's been plugged back in. We've got the battery terminals hooked back up. We're gonna go ahead and hop in and crank this thing up for the first start here. Let's see what happens. Let's see if we can. Alright, let's see what happens. Alright, so we still got the blinking tire light, but there is not an O2 sensor light, or I mean check engine light, or the blinking ABS lights for now. So I'm gonna let it run for a couple minutes and see what happens. All right, so when I cranked it up the last video, the tire light was still blinking, seatbelt light was blinking, but I did not get a check engine light or the 2 traction control lights like I had originally. So I'm gonna crank it up a second time. I did actually just drive it around my neighborhood for about 5 minutes after I let it get up to temperature. Nothing came on, so let's go ahead and crank it over and see if anything has changed here. Nothing so far. Alright, well, it's off for now. I will keep you guys updated. I think that part should be here in a couple hours. I'll probably hang on to it for about a week to see if it comes back on. If it does, I'm probably going to go ahead and replace it. But if not, I'll probably send it back and get my $100 back. Thanks for watching.